We are working to improve the health and sustainability of diets across communities. And as all of you know, obesity prevalence trends in Southern Europe continues to rise and shows the highest prevalence of excess weight, reaching well over 30% in Central countries.
But it is very important to understand how environment actually helps us improve our food security and also our nutritional habits, life habits in general. And this, at the end of the day, will help us to tackle obesity in all the forms.
The nutrition is a key point for the health of the general population and for the health of sick patients who ask for appropriate treatment and support.
COVID-19 crisis has increased the unemployment, the income insecurity, and changes in food supplies, which will impact on malnutrition, along with the increased food insecurity for the large proportion of those who live in lower and middle income families.
Using correspondence analysis, that vegetables, pasta, nuts, cheese, and chocolate were bought more because they believed that it was healthier and this make them feel better.
Before real lunchtime and during our innovation e-lunch, we will have the opportunity to get to know 5 innovation projects developed by EIT Food Partners. So the projects are Persfo, personalized and connected food service providers; SureBar, integrating innovative sugar and fiber technologies to produce clean label sugar-reduced products demonstrated through cereal bars; then Food for Senior, high nutritional and sensory quality food innovations for the promotion of senior health; and then Oleogels, healthy and sustainable replacement for saturated fat and palm oil in spreads. Teaching COVID and Healthtricus project. It's about connecting recovering COVID-19 patients with dietitians and health coaches for a quicker recovery, and food coach to boost immunity level to reduce the chance to get COVID-19.
Microbiota still has a lot of potentials to be exploited because it has been already more than 10 years that we are talking about. However, since we have approached this subject or this field of research probably in a rather fast way, because it was also very much connected to the very fast development of technologies.
See that we have enough knowledge of those polymorphisms, those variants, and even if we are addressing them with AI, following what you were saying before, even if we do it that way, it's probably not enough, which doesn't mean that we're not on the way to achieve it in the next years.
At this moment, it's true that we don't have enough scientific evidence about any product, food product, COVID-19.
And so now what we're interested in doing is to identify which cells or which cell states are really responsible for driving and sustaining disease. And one thing that I've really learned in discussing with all of my collaborators is that the role of food, paradoxically, in intestinal inflammatory diseases is actually highly misunderstood still.
The input is that we collect as much information as possible from the individual. We take that, we process it through that artificial intelligence that Ignacio was telling us about earlier, and then from that comes different recommendations. We can design different products and so on and so forth. Lasting dietary behavior that will bring health to our lives.
All related with the immune system or vitamin D, for instance, more Mediterranean, at least in the diet, but at the same time, less social, obligatory in most of the countries in terms of possibility of sharing food, less Mediterranean lifestyle.
Want to build a community of collaborative experts working together on innovative solutions to make the food system more sustainable, healthier, and more trusted.
Principles of designing and marketing healthier food products, like in any other place, is very, very critical. Together with the making the most of food, the waste and the byproducts and the strengthening of the bioeconomy is even more important than anywhere else, I think, in the geography that I operate.
In a way, influence the processes that are beneficial to crops, and particularly how roots recruit microbes that are beneficial to them, and at the same time how microbes influence plant physiology.
One of our tasks is to find the best solution to reverse engineer the bovine or other meats at the proteomic, nutritional, appearance, and organoleptic level. We research 3D food bioprinting, which is printing food ingredients blended with living cells and sees that the best candidate to reproduce the complexity of meat.
Smallholder food production and generally to increase food security and nutrition among smallholders, not just in Africa, but across the globe.